This Typhoon short summary is going to be discussing Typhoon Winnie. Typhoon Winnie was also known as Dayding in the Philippines because they like to name stuff differently. Why? I don't know, but I don't like it. Typhoon Winnie is one of the many typhoons I covered in the debrief of the 1964 typhoon season. Typhoon Winnie would first become, as all tropical cyclones do, first start as a cyclonic circulation all the way back on June 21st. It would become a depression on the 26th and become storm strength on the 27th. That is those status is the light blue dots that we see on the track here. And it would reach typhoon status then on the 28th, a 48-hour journey from depression to typhoon. Winnie would have its first peak right before landfall, reaching winds of 105 miles per hour and achieved an overall minimum pressure of 968. Winnie also maxed out in size at 475 miles wide. Winnie would strike Calabarzon, Luzon, in the Philippines on July 29th, would weaken to a Cat 1 equivalent storm, but then re-intensify to stronger than it was before it hit the Philippines into a Cat 3 equivalent storm with the winds of 115 miles per hour. It would then strike Wenchang, the district of Hainan in China, on July 2nd, and would make its last landfall as a tropical storm near Haiphong, Vietnam, on July 3rd. Winnie's eye would pass directly over the capital of Manila, which experienced Cat 3 equivalent gusts of 118 miles per hour. Winnie would also be responsible for sinking RPN Ray J. Solomon, who is ex USS Bowers, not Bowser. Bowers. Bowers. Could you imagine if the US named the ship Bowser? Nintendo sponsored USS Bowser. Uh, Ray J. Solomon was at the time the largest ship in the Philippine Navy, so this was a very unfortunate loss and is a very unfortunate loss, even if it wasn't the largest ship in the Navy. Ray J. Solomon was undergoing repairs at the time that Winnie had struck, so this was just very unfortunate timing. Plantations in the area in the Philippines, such as coconut plantations, were very heavily disrupted and damaged. Overall, around 120,000 homes would be destroyed, and according to an article that I found from the New York Times, more than 300,000 were left homeless. Wikipedia puts this figure closer to 500,000, so take either one as you will. Moving to Vietnam, salt fields were disrupted and slightly damaged in two districts of Nam Dinh. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. And in total, Winnie would, in the Philippines, kill around 56 people, injure close to 300, and cause $8 million in damage. According to to every single source that I looked at, Winnie was Manila's worst typhoon at the time since 1882. Now, I would love to find records of typhoons that go back that far, but I can't, which I'm sad about. However, I will take this uh, as as it is, because again, every source that I looked at stated this. Overall, Winnie would affect over 1 million people, or just around, and had that little bit of interesting Cat 3 equivalence intensification in the South China Sea. I find that particularly interesting. Very surprisingly, as we go through the 64 typhoon season, we will see that much stronger storms impacted the Philippines, which makes it even weirder that dating is the only name to be retired for the Philippines this year. No other name of any storm that would strike the Philippines would be retired. Um, Very interestingly, storms are it's a very, very weird, way that names are retired. It's almost seemingly at random, in the West Pacific. Meanwhile, in the West Atlantic, it is, much different and a lot more concise. For example, Katrina might have only been a Category 3 storm when it struck Louisiana, but the amount of sheer devastation that Katrina caused is close to unmatched, maybe besides Harvey and a few others, and that's why it was retired because of the sheer amount of damage it caused. This isn't about Katrina, this is about Winnie, but that is all that I have for Winnie, again, also known as dating in the Philippines. I thank you all so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video.